Hey everyone, Delvon Digital here, and I'm here to give you 5 tips how to get better images out of your pixel. First tip is mastering lighting. Light is going to be your best friend in the instance of you shooting anything. Avoid shadows and harsh lighting. Always look for that good, really nice looking lighting. Now, it doesn't always have to be 100% even. I encourage you to actually shoot with uneven lighting a little bit to give out some of those shadows, but not really harsh shadows. That's what you want to kind of stay away from when you're out here shooting at any subject or a person or an object or whatever it is that you're shooting. Just avoid the harsh shadows and always make sure that you got a good, well lit image of whatever it is that you're shooting. Low light shooting is fun, but when you got light, you can really push out some good quality. The next one would be composition. I know they say follow the 3x3 grid. And yeah, in most cases, if you don't know what you're doing, then yeah, you should definitely follow that grid and just be very cautious of how you take your photos. But if you're a person who's like more on the artistic side, it's okay to break that 3x3 ratio. Just make sure that whatever your subject is, your eyes are leading towards that subject. Make sure that that's what's popping. Don't have too much going on inside your image where it takes away from the subject of what you're actually shooting. A lot of people tend to do that and not really kind of like draw your eyes to where it needs to be at. So make sure that you're looking at like leading lines or colors that really kind of pop out and stand out, stuff like that, that kind of like draw the attention to the viewer to what you're trying to actually shoot when it comes to your composition and stuff like that. Tip number 3. Now this one should be like a no-brainer. Make sure that you actually focus on your subject. I can't count how many times I've seen other photographers, whether they're using a phone or whether they're using a actual camera, they're missing their focus and they're focusing on something that's not the subject. And the subject isn't tack sharp. It's always like something offside to the subject or something in the background. And it just doesn't have that tight, sharp focus. And that's what you want to make sure that you don't make a mistake and do. So if you have to lock in your exposure and lock in your focus and, use manual focus, which I love to use a lot on my pixels, and to make sure that the focus peaking is on my actual subject that I'm trying to shoot to guarantee that I'm going to get that shot and that subject is going to be in focus. I do that a lot. So if you have to, just use manual focus. Don't always rely on autofocus when it comes to the pixel, because you want to make sure that your subject is actually in focus. And thank goodness that we actually have manual focus in these pixels now. So, have fun shooting, but just make sure you get that subject in focus. The next thing would be utilize those features that the pixel actually offers. They offer a lot of cool, like super red zoom, they offer night mode and all these different types of variations to capture your images and your photos and stuff like that. Don't be afraid to use it. Personally, it's not a thing that I prefer to use. I like to do everything 100% manually and then edit in post. But if you're not one of those people, you can definitely utilize a lot of these cool features that Google actually give you when you're out here taking photos, because some people just want to take a great photo. So they snap and then they're ready to post to social media and get ready to go. I'm one of those ones who will take some photos and take it home, put it on the Photoshop, maybe Lightroom for you. And I do a lot of editing. I spend a lot of time on that. And then when I'm done with that, that's when I'm ready to share it to social media. So go ahead and utilize, all those features that Google actually give you within the pixel if you need to. And the last tip would be practice makes perfect. So this is the thing. I've been in photography for a very, very long time. And when it came to me shooting, I have to perfect what I like shooting. So I encourage you to always practice of what you're into. So I'm a portrait photographer, weddings, events and stuff like that. I like people. I like to deal with people. So normally when I'm shooting, there's some type of interaction, there's some type of engagement that I have to learn to how to talk with them, how to pose them, just how to make them feel comfortable, get them looking comfortable, make sure they're looking good on camera and everything like that. It's a lot to it, but it's one of those things that I really, really enjoy. And then the more that I do it, the better I get at it. So if your subject is, food or products or mountains or landscape or street photography, make sure that you keep practicing that over and over until it becomes a muscle memory in your brain where you just kind of naturally go and flow doing that. So photography. Now, there's variations of different types of photography, so you don't have to stick to one type. I'm also into like product photography as well. I've been dabbling that, and it's been really fun for me. I'm still not into the whole random objects type photography, I guess, you know, landscapes and buildings and stuff like that. Now, I have gotten into street photography a little bit, which I find kind of fun, but it's just really not my thing. So I'm more of a product and portrait photographer, you know, wedding and stuff like that when it comes to my photography. So just remember, just keep practicing, and don't stop practicing. Anyways, everyone, I really hope that you got something out of this video. If you want to see more content like that, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. If you have any questions about the Pixel in any form of type of photography, go ahead and just drop down that question right in the comments, and I'll make sure I do my best to answer it for you. And other than that, I guess I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.